This walk begins in Palermo's historic center, where stone streets show layers of age, graffiti, and everyday life. I'm heading towards Ballarò Market, one of the city's oldest and most active outdoor markets. Churches sit right beside the market stalls, blending sacred spaces and daily commerce. Ballarò is famous for Palermo street food, and the displays reflect that. Calamari, octopus, roast beef, bruschetta, arancinis, and cannolis appear side by side. This mix comes from Sicily's layered past, Arab, Norman, Spanish, all influencing how food is prepared, seasoned, and sold. Seafood dominates Sicilian cuisine, especially here in Palermo, where the port has shaped diets for centuries. You can find fruit stands overflowing with grapes, bananas, oranges, and other seasonal produce. Walking deeper into the alley, vendors line both sides, calling out prices and deals. The market functions as both grocery store and a social hub. There's a butcher shop preparing for the day, with fresh chicken being arranged, and skewers already prepared for grilling. Many stalls here cook food on demand, fast, simple, and local. The Ballarò Market, with over 1,000 years of history, is one of the oldest and most lively testimonies of Palermo. This stand displays local olives, sun-dried tomatoes, and preserved vegetables. Preservation has always been essential in Sicily because of its climate, and these flavors appear across home cooking and street foods alike. A seafood section follows. Oysters, tuna, octopus, squid, prawns, and other fish directly on ice. Much of this comes straight from the Mediterranean, often sold the same morning it's caught. Spice vendors offer small portions for just €1. Cumin, chili, and other aromatic blends reflect Sicilian history's trade routes and Arab influences. Leaving Ballarò, the streets narrow and quiet. The buildings rise about 4 stories high with balconies packed tight together, a typical Palermian urban layout, designed to maximize shade and airflow. As I continue walking, I arrive at Casa Professa, one of Palermo's most elaborate churches. Though closed this early, the exterior alone hints at the richness inside. The church is known for an intricate marble inlays and overwhelming interior decorations. Churches like this were designed to impress and educate through storytelling. Palermo, Sicily is over 2,700 years old. Founded by the Phoenician trading routes, it's one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in Europe and a significant cultural crossroad. And walking around the church, I enter a quieter alley. Small home entrances framed with artwork, colorful murals, all appear along the walls. These streets feel very personal, lived in, and not curated for tourism. Palermo is predominantly Italian in population, but its growing diversity from North Africa, Asia, and other European migrants leads to a mix of faiths, even though Roman Catholicism remains dominant. Horse-drawn carriages wait nearby as I arrive to the Fontana Pretoria, one of Palermo's most famous landmarks. The fountain is filled with nude statues of mythological figures, animals, and allegories. So many that the locals once nicknamed the Fountain of Shame. It was originally built in Florence and later moved here in the 1500s, an enormous engineering feat for that time. Access to the steps was a little limited due to the renovation, but this also helps preserve and keep the statues. From the fountain, I walked to Quattro Canti, the ceremonial heart of Palermo. Four curved Baroque facades meet at this intersection, each decorated with statues representing seasons, Spanish kings, and patron saints. The symmetry, fountains, and ornamentations make this one of the city's most photographed intersections, and one of its most symbolic too. Palermo isn't meant to be rushed. It's a city you can walk, listen to, and taste, one street at a time. This last plaza marks the end of today's tour, and I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope you learned something new, and hopefully you can take some travels as well. Thank you, and see you on the next episode.